Invisible wounds, visible healing. The bridge builders within us. Hello and welcome to my podcast. Today I want to talk about something that affects many people, but few openly discuss: therapy. Many people feel ashamed to go to a therapist, perhaps because psychological wounds are invisible. Nobody sees them, and yet they are there. They hurt, they burn, they fester inside, and still, many believe they have to deal with them alone. When we injure ourselves physically, it's visible to everyone. But emotional wounds are carried deep inside. They don't bleed outwardly, but they can hurt just as much, sometimes even more. And when we ignore these wounds, they begin to fester. Only no one can see it. This is exactly where therapy comes in. It helps us to even recognize these invisible injuries. I see therapists as bridge builders. They help us create connections between the different parts of our identity, between the wounded, the suppressed, and the strong parts of ourselves. A therapist is not a healer, but a tool, a companion who helps us find our way back to ourselves. They show us where to start, but we have to walk the path ourselves. The main work always lies within ourselves. You can see many different therapists, but if you're not willing to look inside and work on yourself, no therapy in the world will help. Therapy is like disinfecting a wound. The therapist cleans it, but only our own body, our own inner self can heal it. Healing happens through our cooperation, through our openness, through the courage to face ourselves. I myself have changed therapists several times in my life until I found someone with whom I felt understood. It was not an easy path, and often I wanted to give up, but looking back, I'm incredibly grateful that I stuck with it. Because every session, every conversation, every insight brought me a little closer to myself. And that, to me, is the most beautiful thing about therapy. It is not the goal, it's the bridge to get there. That's why I wish we would stop talking down on therapy or seeing it as a weakness. It's not a weakness, but a tool of strength. It helps us understand, accept, and heal our inner wounds. And sometimes the courage to seek help is the biggest and most important step we can take. And hey, if after going to a psychiatrist you think you can't talk about it with your friends anymore, don't worry. With those who have had similar experiences, you can share freely. They will always understand you. And the best part, you can finally talk normally about your wounds without anyone thinking you're completely crazy. So let's get to those bridges. And don't forget the sarcasm. Thanks for listening.